Hello. This video is different than any one I've made before, obviously, especially since you can see my face. But this is kind of just going to be me talking about talking about the last year, because when this goes up, it should be 1 year since I started uploading videos consistently. And I just kind of wanted to make a video to talk about things that I've learned, things that are on my mind, things that have happened, and just kind of a recap of the year, and also talk about things that I plan on doing in the future. So this video might be kind of long. Don't feel like you have to watch the whole thing. If you want to just skim through different parts, whatever, if you don't want to hear updates and stuff. But before you leave, I do just want to say thank you to anyone who has clicked this or has clicked on any videos or clicked any buttons on any of my videos, liked, comment, subscribed, all those things. I really, really want to say thank you. I'm blown away every time I upload by the response and how supportive people are, and just by how many people are watching. It's super motivating and just very rewarding. I've realized that making videos is a lot of work, and so yeah, being able to see that so many people are interested and like what I'm making is very rewarding, and it makes me very happy. So I feel like I can never say it enough. Thank you. I feel very lucky. I tell people this kind of often in my life that, like, yeah, I just feel very lucky to have this experience and just have this opportunity. I feel like it's very unique. And so, yeah, I just want to say thank you. So I think it might be nice for some of you to kind of hear a little bit about me, because I haven't really shared that before. Maybe a little bit here and there, maybe in streams or something. But my name is Adrian, if you haven't guessed. I started playing Dota about it was 2013. It was summer of 2013. I don't know if it was somewhere around TI3. I didn't know anything about Dota. I didn't know anything about TI. I had no idea what was going on. But I started playing it and I quickly fell in love with it. I started to really focus on improving and getting better and just grinding and playing a lot of matchmaking. And I eventually started playing competitively, and that was a lot of fun. I met some of my best friends that I still talk to. Really great experience. I learned a lot about Dota and just about myself and teamwork and communication and things like that. So, really awesome experience. And then I stopped playing competitively. I'd still play here and there, but not so much, and just kind of started doing different things in life and spending more time with like friends and family and stuff. But still having Dota in my life. I love Dota so much. So like playing here and there, like watching tournaments. And then after some time, I kind of stopped playing a lot and then kind of picked it back up. And that's when I started making videos, which was a year ago from when this video is going up. I think the date is February 1st. I might have to double check that, but yeah, February 1st is when I started uploading last year. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, is I was blown away by the response. I got a lot of views that I didn't think I was going to get. I thought, when I made my first video, I thought it would be cool if I got like 100 views, or yeah, even 100. If it passed that, I'd be like, whoa, that's crazy. Maybe like some friends and family watch it, and maybe just some random people. But a lot of people liked it. It just, I don't know, the stars aligned and people liked the stuff I was making and they kept liking it. So yeah, that's just kind of a bit about me and my experience with Dota, and then kind of how that went into me making videos. So one thing I learned over the last year was definitely how much work it is to make videos. It is a large process every time, at least for me. I feel like I have a very high standard for the videos that I make, and I never really want to be putting out things that I don't like. And so I make sure I spend a lot of time just thinking about it, and then just the actual production. So many there's so many stages in it that just take up so much time, and it's such a process every time. There's like video editing, there's photo editing, there's writing the script, coming up with ideas. If the video is something where I have to test a lot, I could be in demo mode for hours just testing things and then coming up with that. They're coming up with, ways to explain what I'm finding, and there are just so many things that even now going through them, I'm sure I'm missing things, and it's different with every video. So it's such a big process, but it's really fun. It's always really fun and really rewarding. And one thing I love about it, which I think is one of the reasons that I love Dota so much, is that there's always room for improvement. Like there's no such thing as a perfect video. I feel like with Dota, the meta is always evolving, it's changing, and so you always have ways that you can improve, or like improve in different ways on different heroes. Maybe, yeah, you just learn a new hero. That's a way to improve. With making videos, it's the same thing. You know, you try different little things with like your thumbnail or titles or editing style or the script you're writing if you write scripts or your, whatever. There's just so many different things to improve on and switch up, and you just kind of, you switch things up and see how it goes, and then depending on how it went, you either keep some things that you changed or change some things even more. It's like Dota. And so making videos is something that I've grown to love so much. And it's just, I could talk about it for so long. I need to make sure I don't ramble on too much. But yeah, it's one of those things like Dota where I could just talk about it forever because I just enjoy it so much. It's so fun and there's so many different layers to it. So now I want to talk about the upcoming year and just the future in general and kind of what I've planned and what I'm thinking about. So there are a couple of main things that I want to focus on in the coming year, and one of them is community engagement. So what I mean by that is just having more ways or deeper ways to interact with you guys. I feel like one thing that I really want to make sure is that, we've kind of built a little community here, at least like, in our space, like on my channel or in my Discord server or people hanging out in the Twitch streams or just, I don't know, I think we have a little group of people here, and I want to make sure that people that spend their time here and spend their time in these spaces that I've created, I want to make sure that they are having a good time and, it doesn't feel like a waste of time to them and they can go there, whatever it is in the streams or Discord or wherever or on YouTube, and they can just go and hang out, have a good time, talk to people, make friends, and they would feel like they want to tell people about this little space that we've created. Like, yeah, this place is fun, you should come hang out, cool people. I just want people to be having fun and enjoy their time here and not feel like it's a waste of time. And I think one thing that would be helpful with that is community engagement. I don't really know exactly what that looks like. One thing that we've done a little bit recently is playing party queue games with people. So I'll just go in the Discord and like see who's available and then play some games with people. That's been a lot of fun. I'd like to do that more. If we get enough people, we can look to maybe do some like in-house games or something like that. So that's one idea. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for things we could do together in this kind of topic of community engagement and just, having some activities or whatever to do, let me know. I'd love to hear your ideas and maybe we can implement them in the coming year. So the other thing I want to focus on this year is making great videos. And there are different layers to that. So first off, I want to continue making educational content, educational Dota videos. I think that stuff it's just very rewarding. It's very nice to make something and feel like people can actually get some value from it. And it's not just like, just some entertainment, which hopefully it is entertaining to some extent, but I like there to be a lot of things you can learn from the video. So I want to continue making educational videos. Another thing that I want to explore, or something that I want to explore this year, and even like pretty soon, I have some ideas and some things that I'm working on. I'm just trying to think about it more and figure out exactly how to do it. But I want to focus on getting better at storytelling. Now, after making videos for a year and just kind of, I don't know, I started to consume content in a different way. And what I've noticed is that storytelling is, from my perspective, very important. And it's very powerful. I feel like everything is a story, everything has a story, and everybody loves a great story. And so I feel like if you can put together a story well, it's super powerful. And it sounds really fun, just the idea of making a video that tells a really great story. Something that I want to focus on is getting better at storytelling. And what specific ways I mean by that, I don't know, I have some ideas, I don't want to spoil anything, but I would love to get to a point this year where I'm very comfortable and confident making videos that do a really good job telling a story and also still have educational pieces in them. I think if I could figure that out and just kind of nail that, I would feel very happy. So yeah, I want to figure out storytelling and just how to be better at that. I'm looking at a lot of different resources, reading books and stuff, and just kind of trying to grow my knowledge on this topic because it's something I don't know much about, but it's really cool, and it's everywhere. Whether you think about it or not, stories are everywhere. So that's an idea that I want to explore that. So I just kind of wanted to briefly touch on this because I think that for me in the future, it'll be interesting to hear my thoughts on it, which is why I make the videos the way I do, or why I make the type of videos that I do. So the way I would describe my videos are that they are pretty information heavy. They can be, and they can be very dense and maybe kind of hard to understand or like take in. And that's something that I really, really try to make sure I do well, which is explain things in a very clear and concise way and just have my videos be easy to digest, because sometimes there's just a lot of information, especially if it's educational stuff. There can be a lot that like I need to say and stuff that like I have to be very careful about how much I add in and the way I add it in, and just make sure things flow well so it's not just boring and it's just not just me throwing a bunch of words at you and you just have to take it all in. So I try to make it easy to digest. That's one of the big things that I really try to focus on, which is oftentimes why videos take so long, because I'm trying to like format a script and outlines and get good points and just make sure things flow. It's a long process, but yeah, it's something I really try to be careful about. So something that I learned over the past year, and funny enough, actually recently I heard Porter Robinson say this. He's an artist that I really like. So if you haven't heard him, go check him out. If you have heard him, go re-listen to him. He's awesome. And he just seems like a really cool person. But what he said, and this is not exactly word for word, but it's something along the lines of, if you're somebody who's creative and you like creating things and you're like an artist in some way, if you're creating things, you should be making your favorite thing. I feel like the way I approach making videos, that is so true. And it always has been. It's kind of what I set out to do from the start, which is make videos that I would actually watch. And that's why I make the videos the way I do. I try to make them not too long. I try to make them, easy to digest. You can get bits and pieces here and there, and you can kind of like learn something, keep it in your head and then take it on and use it somewhere else, whenever it's applicable. And that's something that I really like to view, when I'm watching YouTube or whatever. Like, I just like content like that. Even Dota content specifically on YouTube, I think that, at least the way I viewed it, there's a lot of long form content, Dota content on YouTube, like a lot of people just pulling stuff from streams and stuff, that's completely fine. And if that's what you like, that's great. That content is good and it has a place, and it's good that it exists. But for me personally, I just don't really watch that content. I find it hard to, keep my attention on that kind of content where it's just like a Dota game or something. Like, I don't know. I just don't really prefer that type of content. And so the videos that I make are the type of videos that I prefer, which are shorter. They kind of get to the point. They have clear points. They're easy to understand. So that's kind of what I shoot for. So that's why I make the type of videos that I make. That's something I've learned over the past year and I want to continue doing, is just making videos that I would actually like and that I would enjoy. And it seems like, based on the last year, it seems like people like that as well, like the same thing I do. So yeah, that's what I aim to do. So this is getting long, I'm sure, edited down. I don't know how long it'll actually be, but probably getting pretty long. Like I said in the beginning, this is probably going to be long. And if you're watching up until right now, thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like I can't say that enough. Like I said before, I feel so lucky. I feel so like, yeah, I just feel so lucky to be in this position and given this opportunity. When I started making videos, that's something I thought about a lot. Like, actually, I made my first Crystal Maiden video, and then I made this. I don't even remember what my second video was, but I think I was like the some Shadow Demon video. And I woke up, I think I uploaded it like at night or something, and I woke up and checked the views, and it got like a bunch of views as well, just overnight. And I remember waking up and like throwing my hands in the air. Like, I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is actually a thing. Like the first one, crazy, like stars aligned in a way that worked out for me. Maybe it was just a fluke. Made another one, boom, like it happened again. So yeah, it's just been such a great experience. I've learned so much, and it's only been a year. It's really opened my eyes to a lot of things, just in general. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. If it weren't for you guys all watching, none of this would happen. And so yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say it enough. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you want more videos with my face in it, let me know. I don't really know how. Maybe I could just throw my face in corners of videos if you guys are into that. I don't know. If you didn't like my face in the video, don't let me know. I'll cry. No, it's okay. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm excited for the upcoming year, see what comes. I completely plan on continuing to make videos for you guys and, trying new things. Hopefully you guys like what I try, and hopefully I like what I try, and hopefully I can execute it well. It just takes a lot of time and planning and thinking. But yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.